Time to play the great Magic game. Oh yeah, we're going right into Jeskai Cycling, you know what I'm saying? I love this deck. Instant matchmaking, terrific. Unbelievable. Fantastic, sensational. Very, 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 very good. So let's see here. We have Cardboard Live, up and running. Do I need to turn it on in my extension manager? Probably. Click on extensions, bam, Cardboard Live my extensions, and bam, enabled. Opponent goes first? That's plenty of time. Hedron or Riot? D9, please! Please play a Magic deck with Hedrons! Man, Magic the Gathering. So, my #1 favorite game of all time, StarCraft 1. #2 favorite game of all time, StarCraft 2. #3 favorite game of all time, Magic the Gathering. Easy 1, 2, 3. Feels great to be right back here in the top 3 slot again. Oh, we're fine. Okay. Well, and we're gonna want the, I think we're gonna go for blue. Blue. Alright. Warcraft 2 better than StarCraft 1 SC2 and MTG, says Darth Ripto Returns. You are clearly trying to troll me. There is no way that you're like, oh my god, I love an RTS with 2 factions where I can only select 9 units and the factions are entirely symmetric, save for one having Bloodlust on Ogre Magi and the other one having Knights that do nothing! Ban him! You know what? Warcraft 2 is actually really good. I think I want to cycle this fucker. Oh, it's pretty good, pretty good. Alright, so we make this. Right. So... This is the best play that I can think, right? What I will do is I will smash down the Startling Development on the Flourishing Fox, making it a 4/4. Jim Miles says, Sean, StarCraft #1, StarCraft 2 #2, Magic the Gathering #3. So, Sean, does that make Magic Legends your #4 game of all time? Magic the Gathering is pretty down there. It was... Acid Rain. Block. Acid Rain says, my new drinking game, since COVID has been watching you, has been taking a shot every time you or chat mention StarCraft. Well, you're essentially going to be guzzling a handle of vodka all the time. So I do want to smash the ooze first. Is that a Hedron I see on the brush file elemental? There it is. There's the Hedron. That's... See, in this game, they obscure the Hedrons in the background because they know cool creatures that do cool shit is the money. Hippoqual says, who is your favorite poker player? I mean, it's probably Artosis. I think I block here and just accept the loss. I meant to make this blue, by the way. I misclicked these like a lot. Alright. I think we may as well cycle this, because we just want to make sure that we can get a land. Okay. Yeah, I mean, my favorite poker player. Probably just Tom Dwan, honestly. So we have this Zenith Flare, which is good. If we can get a land, so here's what I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I needed to switch the order up a little bit, but that's okay. We'll do this. And then I will block like this. Embercleave still kills us. Yet I think Tom Dwan is just a very, 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 very exceptionally good player. I don't need to block this. And I like people that are good at shit. Does this have reach? I feel like it should, with all the words that are on it. The ground is very good as well. You know, I actually think this is correct. I think I need to do this now, because I don't want to be in a situation where my opponent swings with the Questing Beast, I shoot it, and then in response my opponent casts a Bone Crusher Giant, which kills me, and then I'm totally boneronied in the pepperoni. Okie dokie, perfect. So I'm doing like this because we're basically in grand shape to win. So I want to be able to clear the board by going cycle, cycle. And I would only have been able to do that if I would have only been able to do that if I didn't play the second little one. I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward, huh? This is right. Maybe it's correct to peel out all the Improbable Alliances and still run that Doomscar. Yeah, Cage Patches. We absolutely did not like Magic Legends. Yeah, Cage Patches. I just really, I was just, I don't know. You know. So, I think it's really important to delineate between what my reaction was to it and then what I think was going on. Because my reaction to it was, this is not fun. Period. It was not fun at all. Now, in terms of the reasoning, well, I can only speculate. Right? I can only speculate as to what the underlying cause. I think I don't, because I need to have bigger blockers. Taking the 1 damage is okay here. I don't want to be one of those people that's like, you know, they did this because they clearly only care about money. You know, just kind of make up a reason. And think that I'm right. I will speculate now. This is a little bit of speculation. This whole thing was a qualifier to just note how wrong this statement could be. However, this felt like a game as a collection of features, not a game that is designed. You know what I'm saying? It felt like a game where they said, Well, okay, let's put in some sort of card draw mechanic. Okay, is that good? Let's have a page for editing decks. Okay, let's make sure we have an overworld. Let's make sure we have the fast travel. Do we have the quest lines in? Okay, we're going to have a separate team work on random encounters. And random encounters are circles where you step in there. It's a little mini challenge, and you can activate 5 sacks. And if the sacks get activated, then you get a little bit of a bonus challenge to work with. You know, all this sort of stuff. I mean, it felt like a collection of features. I think this is how we win, actually. I think I should have shot Villain in the face. No, this is better, because then Villain could have blocked with the guy. Yeah, no, it felt like this experience of just them ticking checkboxes, and it felt like all the ways in which this system would connect to this system, you felt the friction, or felt the disconnection. I think this attack was really good. I think this was like the super duper correct move. This is about Legends. It is EXE, it is. And I mean, we might frame some of my reaction as this game is competing with Diablo 3 that I played from start to finish. I beat the entire single player experience and had a fucking great time. Wow, I am really proud of that attack last turn. I feel really, really good about this shit. That was awesome. Because this set us up to be able to do this on this turn. No lifelink, I think. Haha! Is my rank? Oh, nice. We're one away from Mythic. That'll feel good to hit. I was just talking about something. Oh yeah. No, like I'm sort of basing this evaluation upon the competitors, because I mean, like Diablo 3, I already own. Path of Exile's free. So it's like, it's hard for me to be like, and what's the standout reason for this? And here is maybe a fair comparison, which is, what is a movie that had good special effects in 1995? Terminator 2 was actually really good. It was a really good movie. Let me actually just make the point abstractly, which is like, I go first. I'll probably need 2 mana to be able to do that. Excellent. I'm greedy. Actually, I should have put back Irencrag. That's what I should have done. Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna put. All y'all are mentioning the greatest movies of the 90s. I'm talking about, like, some forgettable cash fucking grab from the 90s. I'm talking, like, forgettable bad, right? You know what? Let's imagine if someone made one of those forgettably garbage games, or forgettably garbage movies with that forgettable garbage VFX in this day and age. I mean, we would never stop trashing it. Yeah, Face Off is probably the best example of what I'm talking about, right? Like, Con Air was a good movie. Iron Giant was a good movie. You're confusing good movies from the 90s with forgettable garbage movies from the 90s. I'm asking about that second one, for example. Surf Ninjas. Time Cop. Throne Share, you win the award. Time Cop. Thank you. Time Cop, Time Cop, Time Cop. That is the game that we are going to use as our reference point. I think I actually just play the Irencrag Pyromancer now. Okay, Time Cop. Time Cop is so bad. Pinful Dwarf says, it is not. Time Cop rules. You recommended Birdemic to me, Pinful Dwarf. Get out of here with that lie and slander. Oh my god. Don't think I don't know who you are, Pinful Dwarf. I know your habit of recommending garbage cinema because you find it sincerely entertaining. Pinful Dwarf says, I am being assaulted. Your caps lock will not do you any good today, Pinful Dwarf. Okay, look. I'm never gonna finish making this point unless I just start talking. Okay, so this is here. I just realized I made a mistake, but it's okay. Okay, here is my actual point, and if any of you ever try to speak to me ever again, I'm gonna be so mad. By the way, I have to double block because Villain has enough to cast another Bone Crusher, so I just need to make sure the Gold Span gets taken out. That was the Gosu move. See? Well done. I'm now going to make this point. You bastards. And my point is this! If you released a cutting-edge CG movie in 1990, it might have been good because it was good with respect to its peers, okay? If you released the same movie with the weak special effects and the sort of weaker storytelling and composition and lenses and all this sort of stuff, today, people would say, well, yeah, the graphics just really took away a lot from it because it's with respect to its peers. Okay? Okay? And so, my point with Magic Legends is that if this game came out like 20 years ago, before there was ever really many ARPGs out there, right? There'd be a lot new, but again, it's just, it does not do anything that feels unique compared to its peers, superior compared to its peers. It actually lacks a lot of fundamental stuff. And somehow I'm in an argument about whether Time Cop is a good movie. Like, how the fuck did this happen? What happened, man? That was my whole point. That's the only thing I wanted to make. And all of a sudden, I'm like, no, Time Cop really was bad. No one wants a romantic storyline involving Jean-Claude Van Damme. Get out of here. I should actually go watch Time Cop. That movie's like fucking very tight. Maybe this is the one we want out of here. So, Glass Caskets, Redcap Melees, Shredded Sails. Oh my god, Becky, these sails are shredded. Izo TV says, if you don't mind the unrelated question, Izo, you are always welcome to ask questions. You know what, in fact, I want the questions to be of Time Cop quality, ideally. says, how important do you think it is to get early access to competitive games these days? Can you nuance that a little bit? Do you mean how important is it for me, a consumer, to be able to play a game early to be able to evaluate it? When you say competitive, do you mean like a 1v1 game? Like how important is it for Sean to be able to touch a 1v1 game before he sees it released? Or do you mean like from a development standpoint, if I'm creating a competitive one-on-one style game, how important is it for me to put my game in front of an audience to understand how my own meta works? Like, you can nuance that a little bit. Nuance it in the same way that Jean-Claude Van Damme was able to nuance the devastation he experienced at the death of his family in the movie Time Cop. Yeah, I've fucking seen the movie and remember it pretty well, apparently. Red. This one. Startling Development. It's super forgettable, but I didn't forget about a lot of it. I actually know what happens in it. Boy, I'm like against my own port. Jeez, maybe Pinfeldorf has been right all along. Pinfeldorf always is right, man. Pinfeldorf has recommended a number of unimaginably terrible movies that I found highly enjoyable. Pinfeldorf says, I've never been wrong. That's true. That's true. Oh, oh, thank God, Villain's running a Soul Guide lane. This is terrific. I'm gonna do this. The Blue Skittle says Time Cop or Blood Sport. That's a good question. Now, for those of you who said Demolition Man, I fucking love Demolition Man. I love Demolition Man. The movie's so good, man. I think Wesley Snipes is so cool. Oh, he's so fucking cool, man. I love Demolition Man. Oh, shit. I don't have a... Oh, fuck. Alright. Alright, I made a mistake. I think Demolition Man is great. Like, I can't understand a thing that Jean-Claude Van Damme... Or not Jean-Claude Van Damme, Sylvester Stallone says. Can't even make it out. It's just an incredible, incredible film. We have died. The law, I am the law. What? I don't... You think Demolition Man is bad? Do you even understand what the 3 clamshells are for? I don't believe this. We've lost the game, but this is fun. This guy doesn't know what the 3 clamshells are. Yeah, Demolition Man is an incredibly excellent movie, just for the record. I think our choices are good. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, I don't know. So really, there's several points I'm trying to make. One is that Magic Legends I did not enjoy. I would anti-recommend it. I would encourage you to avoid it and look for things like Wolcen or Diablo 3 or Path of Exile if you're looking for the ARPG itch. Grim Dawn is another good one. Those would be what I'd recommend in lieu of playing that game. Also, another point is that Time Cop, we're learning, is actually maybe a pretty good movie and that we remember it pretty well because it was probably above average. Also, Demolition Man has many, many quotable lines. Sandra Bullock and Sylvester Stallone trying to, like, mind bang or whatever it was. And she's saying something in a really compelling way because Sandra Bullock's an incredible actress, and then Sylvester Stallone is just like, I cannot quite make it out. It's great. I think this is it. We have double white. That's a cheap shot, I shouldn't say that. It's actually very stupid to do. What about Eraser? Oh, Eraser's really good. I need land. Give me land or give me death. Looks like death is what's coming up. It appears that it's death. And it's... Alright, Zenith Flare, that's good. Oh, yes! Getting them off the top. Pew! The fuck? Alright, so I have to do this? And then I have to cycle once, and then we have to pray? Oh my god. Oh, True Lies is an incredible film. I love True Lies. There's some good shit that came out way back when. I could have done good work with these cards. Jeremy says, just watch True Lies again over the weekend. You're fired. It's so good. It's so good. Blue Scale says, who remembers Gamer from 2009? Oh, I loved Gamer. I like a lot of bad movies. Can I be honest? Like Pinfeldorf explained that Pinfeldorf was like... Pinfeldorf's a regular here, and Pinfeldorf was saying... You really want to sacrifice a land? May as well. Yeah, Pinfeldorf just recommended me some garbage that I adore. This spectacular. Gamer was such a weird movie, it sure was. I think that we died Embercleave on this turn. Damn, I'm a Zenith Flare. Ooh, Redcap Melee, that's a good one. Yeah. What about the room? What's the video game equivalent to that? Well this, I mean, in a way this hurts, in a way it doesn't. In a way we deserve it. Ooh. Okay. Alright, this is a risk I'm willing to take. Starship Troopers is actually one of my favorite movies of all time. Ah, I see your question, Izo. Give me a second to finish this game and let's address that, because that's a fascinating question. Yeah, like, if you watch Starship Troopers and you think that it's supposed to be a compelling science fiction movie about humans at war, you're wrong. However, if you view it as a parody of a militaristic society that is obsessed with war and is xenophobic as hell, it's brilliant. It's a brilliant satire. I'm doing my part. I expect to just get shot back in the face and die here, but I think this is the best line. I could have shot on my turn when Firebear... Oh, that's an amazing name. Firebear. We could have shot Firebear on our turn when Firebear was tapped out, but then Firebear would have been able to equip it onto this Fervent Champion for free, because equip abilities cost 3 less. And that would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, and as you see with the 5, it would have been at 7, and I don't want to be at 1. Holy shit, that's next level. Oh my god, Firebear. Firebear. Look at that. Oh, Redcap Melee's his own nerd. That was our Redcap Melee too. That was actually pretty sick. That was pretty sick, man. That's good. Oh my god. The absolute Hedron. That guy is Hedron-brained for sure. So let's see. Izo TV's question was, Sean, do you think it's important for a game to get early access in order to be able to compete? For example, StarCraft was released today. It'd have to be in the beta in order to not fall behind. And then it gets cut off a little bit. But I think that that's enough for me to answer. So there's a couple of answers. First, let's talk about the business side. The business of games is really challenging just with respect to the sell a $60 product, huge, like all your revenue for 3 years, and then... And that can be very alarming running a business where it feels like, all right, well, we need to make $600 million when we drop this thing tomorrow, because if we don't, we shut down. And so one of the reasons why early access and betas are very desirable is to smooth out the money process, where you can get somewhat of a bump, and then it goes, and then there's a launch, which is your proper bump, and then it kind of goes back and down. So that it's like one product gets like 2 releases. And this is a really significant thing to consider. But in terms of the actual, like, the gamic nature of it, where it's like, okay, should we... Actually, this one's fine. Like, I don't necessarily think that for a lot of products, you need an early access or a beta for the gameplay properties of it. And actually, let me defer this for a moment, because I gave the business logic. And third, we'll do the gameplay logic. But the... What I first want to do is talk about the marketing potential of it. We, as consumers, are accustomed enough to understand what an early access title is, what a beta is, things like this. And so for this reason... And so for this reason, it's a great way to say our early access is out, and that kind of has its own automatic viral marketing effect, where people specifically look up things like early access titles. They want to know about early access titles. So if you say, I'm a hot new early access game, you can actually get a good amount of excitement from folks. I think I'm actually going to do this first to see if I can get the land. Let's see if I can get the land. Let's see if I can get the fucking land! Very well. What's the win rate on the cycling deck? Above 50%, right until we are about to hit Mythic, and then it's been exactly 50%. It resolves. And so, when it comes to the evaluation of, like, we need to make sure that we get a lot of buzz around this. A lot of games go Kickstarter, first pump of marketing and buzz. Early access, second pump of marketing and buzz. Marketing and buzz. And then, boom, third attempt. Our third opportunity for marketing and buzz is when we actually release the game. Are there any lands in this deck? There's 3. Okay. Alright. Block the big one. Really? Really? I've looked at the top 24 cards in the deck. Just kill me, dude. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Alright, that happens. So the third, so we talked about the business, we talked about the marketing, but the third reason why you might want to put your game in early access or as a beta is that you are trying to get real feedback and tuning based upon what your game is. Generic Billy says, Watsy heard what you said about Magic Legends. They were like, Dana didn't like Magic Legends. He never draws more than 3 land. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to play mono red. Oh god. Please, the game was amazing. 10 out of 10. I love having no decisions when I play a game. Hedrons are my favorite shape. I love them so much. Fuck that last game. You know, I don't even think I need the Irencrag Pyromancers. This is a pretty straightforward game to win. In truth, I mean, I exile shit, and then I remove stuff from their graveyard. Maybe we could put in a Doomscar or something like this. Yeah, I mean, I think I will. Let's put in one of those. Peel out 2 Gopher Bloods, and that's it. But, you know, reason we might want to go into Alpha or Beta is to get feedback. Because we're like, ooh, I'm not sure about how the balance of our systems is going to work. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind. It's so loud. And I think that you have to be really, really, really careful with where and how you're getting feedback. For instance, StarCraft 2 had a beta. They had the design of the units done. They had the buildings, the tech trees, the upgrades, they were all done. And then they went into beta, and what this allowed them to do was to find out what was too strong, what was too weak. For instance, the Reaper was too strong of a unit. So they had to tune the Reaper. I don't give a shit. They wound up tuning several values around Warpgate and Stim and stuff like this. Fear the Reaper, man. They did tons and tons and tons of tuning. Which is great. But what they didn't do, for instance, was say, you know, we're not sure whether we should be an economy like StarCraft 1, where you have lots of little workers collecting minerals and gas, or an economy like Tiberian Dawn, the original Command & Conquer game, where you have, like, large fields of Tiberian and a very small number of workers. Surprise! I can cycle faster than you can, fuckface. Yeah. Now that is the kind of decision that is absolute no-no central. I shall delete it. That's terrible. That is the kind of decision where I would personally be like, you can't do that. You need to figure that out on your own. That's not like a users will help you see the light of day. This is a, you haven't figured out your own game yet. You need to work on that process. Trying to get to 6 so I can hardcast Boon of the Wishgiver. And so in truth, I don't think that it's necessary to go into beta to help you with any of that sort of stuff. And Izo's saying, well, being in beta would give you a tremendous advantage as a player though, right? Oh yeah, if you're also curious about, like, okay, if I'm interested in being pro in Valorant, is it a hugely unfair advantage for me to get into the beta before other players? And my answer to that is just not really. I think that it's really... It's both rare for that, for like someone who joined late to not be able to catch up, and it's also... I actually find hilarious the idea of someone who's like, I'm always 3 months behind Tony because he had 3 months of time in the beta. Ah, I'm so angry at Tony. It's never fair. He's always 3 months ahead. You know, I And again, I'm exaggerating to be funny. For simplicity and for clarity, I genuinely believe, like, no, you don't need that at all. You can absolutely be an incredibly successful player. Early, middle, and late. Oh, he's such a big, strong bone crusher. Look at him crushing his bones. So, I'm relatively low on cyclers. I don't, therefore, want to play the Savai Triome. I'd rather leave it in hand so I have an opportunity to cycle a wee bit later. Look, we're both trying to kill him. So yeah, I think that from a business perspective, it's good to smooth out your game. From a marketing perspective, early access is another essential way to get a little bit of additional visibility on your title. It's like a marketing pump. I think from a gameplay perspective, you can get valuable feedback. However, it's just so clearly better, or it's so clearly important, not better, important, to know what you're gathering the feedback for. And so I recall Dean Hall, who was one of the original, I think he was the original designer on DayZ, and now runs Rocket Works that made Stationeers and is working on a new session-based survival game called Icarus. Lovely human being. Dean Hall pointed to the game Besiege as a really good early access example. It says that Besiege was like, the experience was complete, but they only had 3 hours of content. Whereas there's a game like The Culling. You remember The Culling? Oh, do you remember The Culling? L-O fucking L. That was a game, it was a battle royale game that did not quite know what it wanted to be. And so as they were releasing all sorts of additional content and doing additional thingo-dingos, they tuned their game until it became garbage. My name is Day 9, and I would love land. Please, I'd love nothing more. Fuck! Ugh! Eat the kills me. Ultroff says the Culling might actually be the original Battle Royale. I think that the Hermagerd, Immersturm. Well, this is terrible. Alright, let's cycle this. Alright, let's cycle this. Again, land is what we're looking for. Okay. But I think the most notable, original, good Battle Royale game was H1Z1's King of the Hill mode. I think that was the original first to market. Like, was a full release. Of what we would consider the modern Battle Royale game. I know that there were... yeah, great. Saturn Bomberman was a game that you could have 12 players on. What does this do? He's up to one target creature? Oh, shit. What an asshole. Dude, I don't understand how this is possible. Oh, man, come on. Thank you. Kind of. No thank you. That's bullshit. This game sucks. Oh, actually, DPKez is correct. Our Arma 2 and Arma 3 had Battle Royale mods and H1Z1, I believe, actually worked directly with so many Irmistern Predators. H1Z1 worked with Player Unknown. Ultros Times is the culling, October 5th, 2017. H1Z1 King of the Hill, February 28th, 2018. I think those times are wrong. I have strong confidence that those are incorrect times. I think that there's like a weirdness with release dates, you know, because like it was in beta at a very early time. Let's look up H1Z1 King of the Hill beta. Yeah, February 6, 2016. I see articles written about it. Yeah. Terrible things happened while I looked away. What? Let's see here. So, if I do this... Be nice to get like an untapped landy. That'd be very dandy. I'd be excited by that. Well, whatever. This one. I think maybe I shouldn't have put in these, but instead I should have put in Redcap Melee. I just forgot this card existed. We might just die here. It's alright. Because Saturn Bomberman was a game that did have like a 12-player mode, where, as the game, if you didn't win within like a minute, the game would just start dropping blocks on the outside edge, which forced you in. But it was like a one-screen game. It's not what I would consider the modern Battle Royale equivalent. Let me actually see if there's some updated lists for this one. You know, I like my list. I like my list. Says, I actually do not remember a Bomberman for the Saturn. But I remember Bomberman 64. Were they the same? Oh, super duper duper. Ultra. Very, very different. Saturn Bomberman is one of the greatest games ever made. Oh, we're against Yorian Sky Nomad. So this would indicate to us that we're up against a, believe it or not, Yorian list. I'm going to go ahead and play the Drannith Stinger first. We believe that this is the Yorian Emergent Ultimatum list that tries to cast Emergent Ultimatum and then do a combination of Vorinclex, Tybalt, Cosmic Imposter, these kinds of cards, in order to just kind of overwhelm us on turn once the 7 mana's out. So a lot of what Villain tries to do beforehand, what? Sure, is ramp, try to get out more good value cards like Elspeth's Nightmare, things like this. So this is why we play the Drannith Stinger early, so that way we can begin to really build up some of the damage numbers early on. Drannith Stinger is very good at piling up the damage. So, long story short, I'm so sorry. I can't remember the name of the person who sent us on this long discussion in the first place. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Scroll, 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 scroll. Oh no! Who was it that asked? Alright, we're commencing Operation Bing Bong for lots of damage. ISO TV. Ah, wonderful. Well, ISO, I hope we answered some of your questions. Excellent. So I believe Villain is running a little bit low on answers for these things. And what we're hurriedly working towards now is some kind of Zenith Flare to just bop, dop, I do wop. There's the Triome. So Villain needs another blue to do anything. That fucking annihilates us. Unless we, like, literally get Zenith Flare right now. Yuck. This is such a great addition to the deck. Doesn't have enough blue. Well, I guess green, green, green actually is completely fine. Alright, that bones us pretty hard. Okay, let's do this. Man, that is a pickle right there. Okay. Block, Vigilance, Reach, Trample. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so what can we even do here? Let's... So then I have to do this. And then what I'm going to do is we are just going to kind of hope and pray that we can hit a additional thing. I don't know. Ginseriz says, Magic Legends grabbed me less than Anthem did when it came out. Man, they're like... We are in the era of people trying to make Destiny clones. That's what this era is. That's what this is. Everyone's just trying to make Destiny clones. Alright, no blocks. We can Zenith Flare, heal for 1 billion. Like, you know... And when I say Destiny clone, maybe that's a little bit inaccurate a term, but like, it's the era of like, oh my god, I can make a game as service too. I don't care. Pass-through equity. Yeah, I mean, like, Destiny came out, and then after Destiny, it was like... Anthem tried to be a thing, Fallout 76 tried to be a thing. I'm gonna get out of this game. Anthem tried to be a thing, Fallout 76 tried to be a thing. And then we played Godfall, and that kind of... now Magic Legends. Marvel's Avengers, that's another one. That one went to hell. It didn't go to hell, it just went poof. So when I watched Seth Manfield play, this was his sideboarding plan. Should go under Division 1 and Division 2. Drug Yak, yeah, I don't... I heard a reasonable amount about the Division long term. But I didn't hear anything about Division 2, yeah. Well, I mean, like, because, frankly, what Ubisoft's doing with those games, that actually makes sense to me. They sell a box product. You buy it, and they try to make it last for a long time, but then they have another box product coming. And that's how they do the updates. This actually makes more sense to me. Oh, yeah, and like, Warframe is an example of a successful one. Path of Exile is a successful one. Tech9 says, someone who doesn't play Diablo-like games, I found the Magic Legends controls clunky. Are they normally that janky in other games? Not even remotely. Not even remotely at all. We'll cycle now, get the counter, smash him. Could just be Heartless acted away. That's alright. Perhaps she changed how I was cycling. Maybe I should just fire off this Sultai Ultimatum list if what I really care about is just hitting Mythic real quick. That one had like just a stupidly high win rate. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind this is just going to get Binding of the Old Gods to anyways. Oh, that's good. Because I know that there's people that have some frustrations with, okay. People have some frustrations with Destiny. But Destiny's still just like a very, very great game. Very popular. People love it. Player base for it is like gigantic. Have I ever played a Sanctum deck on stream? You know, I don't think that I have. I don't think I actually have done that. You can do the other stuff, man.
So you've seen through my disguise.
Alright, so we should be okay. Oh, you're gonna exile it. Alright. It's actually okay by me. So this should be a W. Okay. I don't see how this wins.
Make no mistake.
Nice.
I'm not nice.
Taking 8, feeling great. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's that. Alright. Yeah, what are some of the other gameroos that just never quite got there? Like the games as service games. Oh yeah, Foggy Rock points out, I think one of the best game as service games is absolutely 100,000% Rainbow Six Siege. Incredible. Just absolutely incredible. Dauntless. Oh yeah, the Monster Hunter one. Isn't Dauntless... Didn't he do okay? Am I crazy? Am I crazy in the coconut? I think I do want to do the trail 1 mana on every single thing here. Yeah, I thought it did okay. I mean, I could be wrong on this, but that's all right. Oh, Legendary Born said, I wish Wildstar did better. Oh yeah, Wildstar, man. Wildstar Online. I remember I had a friend who was really excited about that game. And, like, said that the animations and the combat felt really good. But that then... like, it just sort of went... and, like, ran out of content. Like, you hit the complete end of the content, like, immediately. This would indicate to me that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Huh. Maybe we're actually okay. Land would be so good here. Oh my god, Pierogi Addict. Pierogi Addict dropped 10 subs. Oh my god, thank you, Rotten Agenda, for pinging me on that. Oh my god, Pierogi, I didn't even see. I was so consumed by my middling mediocrity at the video game of Magic the Gathering. Devastating. Aha! Our read was correct. Now, this is an interesting question. Which one do you target? Drannith Stinger? Probablement. Well, Mystic Dispute is good. So we'll do this. Joink. My favorite thing in Magic the Gathering is when I get land. Commence Operation Bing Bong Bing Bong. Oh yeah, Lawbreakers was another one that just went cruncho. There's been a lot of them. But I remember one of my friends pointed that specifically Destiny, like the sort of like player versus environment kind of game. So I think we're actually hunting for land. Alright, well, slow climb begins. Yuck. Specifically this like player versus environment style game where you're trying to work really, really hard to get... Fucking gross. We're trying to work really, really hard to like improve your character and over time. But it's largely the PvE experience. Make your numbers bigger, etc. Ugh. I maybe shouldn't have been as greedy. But I don't know, I've been having a hard time hitting land lately. What makes the game go on? Yeah.
Trickery is just a hobby. Chaos.
We were actually so close to just nuking our opponent, like, easily. Alright. Well, there's our Zenith Flares, like you just don't care. So what do I think the most acceptable way to win is? You know, I honestly, I think it's this. Okay, so there's no... This taps. We might just bonk in the head. And the guy says, can I ask why Vorinclex was the right one to put back? If we put back this, villain gets Vorinclex and Tybalt, which means it enters with a shitload of loyalty. It'll actually enter with 10 loyalty, so they can -8 and exile our entire graveyard. If I put back the Tybalt, so it was Vorinclex and this would come out with 2 counters. Perfect! We did it! He hedged his bets. Yeah, if we leave out Vorinclex and Cure, you get 2 counters on the Cure Best Sea God, which means it's 8/8 and tap all my shit and swing it with a haste. Creep 7. Dude, Rider Guitar says, I don't know how many times I've gotten stopped by my opponent playing Vorinclex, and I have an ECD or binding in my hand and think I'll be able to kill it the next turn. Dude! The story of life right there. That's it, that's the one. We're against Eder Lazuta. So, it looks like it's another... Okay. My suspicion is that we are currently up against a, we are up against... This is, the extra turn spell. Alrund's Epiphany. That's the only foretell card that's in at least my Emergent Ultimatum list. So, there's the Orion. Okay, cool. So, we have some choices to make. I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to play out the Valiant Rescuer first. I always wanted to say Valiant Recuser. Because I think that my opponent will have a Binding of the Old Gods next turn. Why? There was no turn 2 or turn 3 plays other than foretell and get this into the hand. So this says to me it's an expensive hand. Fucking weird. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play this one. We're going to do this. And we're going to ping to death. Eska's Chariot's kind of an interesting piece of technology in these lists. Bang, bang, bang. Here's the question. Do I just swing out? Because then this can't actually block. I think this is correct. I think I'm actually cool with this. Because we're trying to bonk our opponent down. Oh, does that... Can you do that on that turn? Okay. For some reason I thought you couldn't crew it the turn it comes out. But this is actually okay. Because we're getting in for a little bit of extra damage. And we don't really need the 1/1s, to be honest. Like, we don't really need that many 1/1s. We just need to cycle 6 more cards. And we're pretty close to that. You haven't seen Esika's Chariot. It's just like a really nice way to just make extra hexproof 8/8ers. Because remember, Cure Best Sea God does a lot of good work with that. We have to beware because there is a Alrund's Epiphany right here. Yorion can flicker Essicas for more to-dos. Yeah. So if we actually get 5 cyclers in a row, we can just win. Alright. What do we think is better? I think this is probably better. Just make a lot of 1/1 tokens. We're trying not to lose to Alrund's Epiphany. Nice. Vindication. Nice. Jorah Bash the She-God. So we expect that it will be... Oh! Nerd's dead. Alright, we want Valky to take a peek. Bing, bang, bong. I have not played a lot of Magic off-stream in the last 2 weeks. Been very focused on Age of Empires, too. But man, I really need to just dedicate like an hour or two. Hit Mythic off-stream. 620 already. You hate to hear it. Would we have actually gotten the 5 in a row? I mean, that's actually pretty fun. Oh no, there it is. Winning with cycling is a higher probability play, so. No, this guarantees the win. Make this a 4/4. We'll then be playing more Age of Empires 2 on stream. SC Wiggles, I'm not only playing it tomorrow, but it should say that in the title. Should say it in the title. Okay, so what do we want to do? Get rid of these, because they just don't do very much. And we're trying to overwhelm with little tiny nerds. Little nerds. Do we want shredded sails? I don't actually think so. Pierogi, there you are. Hey, thanks for the 10 gifts, Pierogi Addict. I'm really sorry I whiffed it before. Is AoE likely to be a regular Wednesday schedule? Tryptophan, it's probably going to be pretty damn regular. Pretty damn regular. Coming up, we have Demon Souls Week, which is the week of April 6th. I guess April 5th, but my long days are going to start on the 6th. We're doing a bunch of Demon Souls streaming on the week of April 6th. And then, I expect after that I'll be doing a lot of Strixhaven. So there's probably going to be a little hiatus during the Strixhaven launch and during the Demon Souls week. But I mean, beyond that, yeah. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying my forays into it. Did you catch the Age of Empires Tournament Hidden Cup 4? Hell yeah, Rico Blasta! John the Fearless! Oh, I was rooting and tooting for John the Fearless. Right from that very first series, where I don't remember what the name of the map is. I don't remember the names of any of the maps in Age of Empires yet. My brain is not. It's still quite smooth. My brain's still quite smooth. But it's the map where there is the strip down the middle, and then there's 2 pawns on either side, and then it's a circle. Like Game 5 between Leloy and John the Fearless on that map was hot plasma. So good. And the semi-final match with what turned out to be Viper versus Hera was just astounding. I mean, that was an astounding series. she goes. Healers are not as valuable to me as Startling Developments. Red mana, please. Red mana, red mana, red mana, red mana, red mana. Oh, I love to see this, because I got Disdainful Strokes for Disdainful Folks. Yeah, Hidden Cup was just unbelievable. I loved watching the shit out of that one, man. It was good. It was just good, man. Okay, so we have some options. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to Startling Development this, not play Improbable Alliance, because my expectation is that Villain is going to Binding of the Old Gods, Eska's Chair, like something that's 4 or more, because Eder Lazuta has done, like, no plays. So I think that as a result, this will be a higher probability outcome. Just playing this because it's the most expensive of the two options. Hidden Cup was really fun. There was like a bazillion, barillion people tuned in. It was really rad. Can we daisy chain +1 counters to Vic? No, fuck no, not a chance. Always land. All land and no happiness makes day 9 a sad boy. We have a 1 and a 2 and a 3 things in the Cycly pit. Binding of the Old Gods. You know what? Oh yeah! That's gonna be quite pickly for Eder Lazuta. I love this name, Eder Lazuta. It's so fun to say. Tony Lazuto? Entire operation is run by Tony Lazuto. Tony Lazuto? Anyone else watch Joel Haver? Or Haver? I mean, Joel Zuto stuff is very, very, very funny. Hold. And tick-tock goes the clock as we step stone our way to a bing-bong in the face. Oh yeah, Joel Haver's History Channel documentary. Like parody. Or like what the History Channel's like if you haven't watched it in 15 years. It was like so good. I wasn't even laughing at one point. I was just like, oh my god, this is unbelievably clever. Oh my god. Alright, so first things first. Cycle the Fox. Wow. We have killed Eder Lazuta. Alright, time to queue up and hope the coin flip is in our favor. Following closely and obeying traffic laws, we gotta get out of here. Yeah, Runic, it's so good. Now, despite having plenty of time to tell you this on the way over, now that we are out in public, clearly within earshot of everyone around you, I will now divulge the secrets. The entire operation is run by Tony Liz. What was that? We did it, we've won. Can't stop me now. Having a day 9. Having a day 9, oh. So, I think I actually want the blue land first. Because ideally I play an Improbable Alliance on turn 2, ideally. Yes, fancy RPG ones are good. Huzzah! What I was going to do is I was going to stand behind this turret, and I was going to explain to him why I was going to shoot him and then snipe him from here. But you're right under a chandelier. Oh, huh. Oh, shit. Oh, no, the mirror. Gastnyanko. Oh, this is terrible news. Oh, we're, like, absolutely losing this shit, like, instantly. La la la. I think that the Valiant Rescuer is a higher value card than the Flourishing Fox, because I can pound out 1/1s and the Fox I can just block with once a turn. Tony Lazuda. No! You fuck! Give me a land, give me a land, give me a land, untapped land, please, please, give me an untapped land, please, please, I need it, give me this. I have to do this, because I need an untapped land. It's too late, it's too late. Bum bum. Hello, my name is Sean, and I am utterly, completely, and totally screwed. No, you are kidding the crap out of me. Ah! Ah! Tony Lazudo. This game's about to get so stupid, man. This is about to be the dumbest game of Magic the Gathering of all time. Number one. This game is about to turn into what my experience of Magic Legends was, which is that there's no decisions. Really? Another one of these jerks? God, why do I run cards? I should run a cardless deck. It would make things so much easier. And then Gastnyanko is just going to cycle. The audacity of this man. We've been having some land issues. Is that my little brown cat Sheriff? Sheriff! Hi! Do you want to come here? And come on down? Are you debating between licking and petting? Okay, it appears that licking is the choice. Hi-Yo asks AWA Pro collab when? I don't see a... I don't have interest in that. We really needed, like, a land. A turn sooner. We're, like, superlatively boned. Getting out of here. Gone! Alright, so how do we win this? We should probably be running... Kind of want the caskets made of glass. Probably want this... Well... I don't actually think I want the Soul Guide Lantern. This goes... I think just like a pair of Gopher Bloods. Actually, I think I don't want to really change much, because I think that proactivity is good in this matchup. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm going to delete your whole graveyard, because that just like wastes a turn. It's about going under, right? Weirdly, a better hand. A lot of land issues today. this is a bit rough. Okay. The roughness is unroughening. Could be good, could be terrible. We'll find out very, very soon. You know what? Why wait? Pass through equity. Oh, please. Oh, for the love of golly gosh damn. Riv22 says, I'm reviewing the code architecture of a project at work. At the moment, it's a complete disaster. Do I go with the diplomatic approach? Or with the just, it's a disaster approach? I'd go with the, it's a disaster approach. I think that's the play. I'm going to do this and begin to cycle. It's getting to land 3 that's tricky. I think missing 1 land once is okay. Because I'm against my opponent doing something similar. You know, this is what I'm gonna do. Here's my reasoning. Gastnyanko is stuck on land as I am stuck on land. But I have the value card, the Improbable Alliance. Now, if Gastnyanko hits 3 and smashes down Irencrag Pyromancer, I am fucked. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is okay. Dude! Today has been a shitty landy day. We do have to cycle because we still... I mean, we have a land. It's late. We really need to get an additional land for the Irencrag Pyromancer. Oh! This is so annoying. I don't know what is causing stuff to just line up so poorly today. Because like now I can't even do anything good with the Irencrag Pyromancer. Shooting us in the face is the juicy play. Yeah. Trade here. I think I might have to go for an extreme greed play. Okay. I'm going on extreme greed. Because what we are trying to do is we are trying to be able to get the Irencrag Pyromancer out and guarantee that next turn we can Drannith Healer and kill the enemy's Irencrag Pyromancer. I hate land. I hate land! It is infuriating. It is infuriating. Like, we have lost a lot of games today because we've been stuck on 2 and 3 land a ton. Since we're a little low on time, just gonna play some good old best of 1. Grind my way through. Void Insanity spams. Lands are great, lands are great, lands are great. Yeah, I mean... Never seen Sean concede a game like that? You should have. I mean, if we're pretty dead, I concede pretty readily. I think it was maybe 95% chance to. There's a chance that we could win. Let's see. Seems good to me. Alright, here we go. We're against... Oh, is it mono green? We like to be against mono green. We are best of running it. What are your favorite limited archetypes for Kaldheim? Don't play enough draft to even be able to give a valuable answer to that, unfortunately. So So we see the Tangled Florahedron. Okay. So the big thing that we're going to be hunting for is ways to really deal a crap ton of damage. This is an okay situation. What we really do not want to be against is some type of... What we really don't want to be against is some type of really, really, really early pressure. Wow, my land is just unbelievably good this game. Alarmingly good. Almost so good. I'm gonna throw on. I'll be shooting Cowabunga right in the face, huh? Great. Because our opponent is low on lands, I'm gonna go straight into the face. Probably not even gonna play this Drannith Stinger. Yep. Feasting Toll King. Okay. So the question is, how can we maximize the probability of winning the game in a few short turns? This is it. I just start shooting the face, huh? Okay. We did not get it. So we have 3 turns. 3 turns of time. It's actually quite a lot. Oh my god. Shit. Alright, change of plans. I need to draw another one of these. New game plan. I think again, I just need to plan on doing some type of multi-chump. Lilu Dallas multi-chump. Another alternative was to play the Drannith Stinger earlier. Yeah, I mean, this might just be one of these days where, because we have the goal of trying to hit a certain tier, this is the thing that, like, actually kills me sometimes. Hey, that's actually kind of helpful. But I realized now I can just choose the stuff. So, fuck. This is one of the things that can be very eye-rolly. Which is like, if I am playing something like StarCraft, let's say I'm trying to hit like 6k MMR in StarCraft, every game I lose, I could have won. But in Magic, not every game you lose, you could have won. And if I am trying to explore a certain deck, and I'm really trying to study it, and I'm experimenting with different ideas, then it's really, really, really fun to be playing. And win or lose, I'm like having that experience of tuning a list. But this list is pretty damn tuned. And DB says the deck is just awful. It's one of the winningest decks in the format right now. If you didn't see some of our earlier gameplay with this, we won almost all of our games, and it appears that expected value is coming back to us. Postbong says, what about Dota? Yeah, Dota's the same sort of story. There's so many decisions and choices you can make in the game that, like, even when I lose, I'm like, oh, well, okay, there's all those things I could have done differently, even if it was my teammate's fault. Which, as you might imagine, in general. So, I actually kind of want to hold on to the Drannith Stinger here. Let me adjust this window real fast. Choose daggers. Great. Yeah, I mean, there's certainly games in Dota where it's like, there was no way we were ever going to win this game, the other team was better, or maybe I needed my carry to actually carry the game, and they had a rough match, you know, and there's always things like that, but it always feels like there's something I can do. Like, there was that game where we drew the top 25 cards of our deck, and we could not get more than 3 land. Or excuse me, more than 2 land. It's kind of funny. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I would love to do this exchange. It's ideal, actually. I'd ideally like to play the Drannith Stinger, but actually now that I'm going really wide, I think whoa. Disagree with that. Ah, whatever, it's fine. It's just like, I have my time allocated to Magic, and I just kind of wanted to get the Mythic out of the way. Because Mythic really is a time thing. Like, if we were at the start of our day, and I was having those losses, I'd be like, no big deal, we have 5 more hours to play, alright. Makes me a very grumpy bear. This is the play. Let's pick this one. That is good because it both gets this guy off and this guy off. Yeah! Oh, there we go. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Alright, Luminarch Aspirant. Ay, oy, oy. There's +1/+1 counters going every which way. So I can make 2 1/1s a turn, and my opponent can make taller creatures a turn. So I think that I can accept this. This is going to be a game where, like, not a lot's happening. Because Villain's going to start putting lifelink on this shit, and then heal for 1 billion. That's a nice pickup. Yeah, DB268, this deck is... It's very, very good. One of the things that's nice about it is that you don't even need it to draw a Zenith Flare to win. You have the ability to make a ton of 1/1s with Valiant Rescuers, with the... I don't think I drew it this game. The... What's it's called? The 1/1 summoning... Spooky Alliance, whatever it's called. Boon of the Wishgiver helps us a ton here. block with 2. Improbable Alliance, there we go. And then the, whatever the card that shoots people in the face is. Pyromancer. Irencrag Pyromancer. The damage just stacks really, really, really quickly. Also think there's some gameplay decisions that I'm making that are incorrect. Never would I have ever thought. Well, I mean, nothing's really happening for a while. So let's Boon to the Wishgiver. Nice. I'm gonna hold off, actually, because I have enough chumps. Oh, Matt says, thanks for the endless entertainment during the months. Oh, fuck. During the months I've been subbed, and the months I haven't, I appreciate you. We're happy to have you here, man. Oh, he's growing. Well, soon enough we'll have Improbable Alliances. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then I can start chumping this in the skies. Chumping him in the air like you just don't care. Good. Never would I have ever thought. Alright, we kind of accidentally made a nice play. In a way that we couldn't have known. No, you bastard. Is this the play, maybe? Or should we drop and plop this fella? I think I'm going to do this. Cycle this. Oodles a 1/1. Bang, bang, bang. This is actually so funny. Because, I mean, I now make 3 chumpers a turn. And the problem comes when the Skyclave Apparition or this Luminarch Aspirant get too big. But it's okay, it's not flying. Because I can actually exchange on the ground. Never give up, never stop chumping. La-da-da, la-da-da, la-da-da. Whoa! This has become the dumbest game of all time. Love it. Engine of Creation says, isn't the game unwinnable at this point? We can actually wind up popping off here in a moment. I'm not going to cycle first. I'm going to play this. Alright. Here we go, baby. If I can get my Pyromancers out, I can start dealing just a crap ton of damage every single turn. And that's the way that I can probably win this. This is certainly the only way I see. I think if I'm getting enough alliances and I'm getting enough stuff. My opponent can also make a lot of mistakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. close. It is very close. Bam. Boom. Bop. There's one of them. We are gonna win this if it's the last thing we do. Block. 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 Infinite 1/1s. Alright, here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No way, lifelink. Never would have thought. We're gonna start gattling the board down. Baby. Starting with this front. Luminarch Aspirants. Quite a pain. Yes! Yes! Say yes to the duress. Hello, it's me, Irencrag, pal. Bam! Boom! I didn't want to cycle, so I can get a 1/1 from this, and potentially do more cycling on the other turn. Bang! Boom! Yes, yes! One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to get a 10th mana out. Okay. Oh, getting in. I'm too scared to attack with more than 2. Oh, yeah. Got a lot of these bozos in the bin. I mean, if we draw a Zenith Flare, we actually hit for... There's 1. So we actually shoot for 12. So we can just, like, blow up the Luminarch Aspirant. That's terrible news. I hate to see that. Machine a Zenith Flare for 64. Killers guys, says Sir Day 9 just got back from the gym. How are you doing? Look at how I'm doing. Just look at it. Just look at it, Despy. I'm doing dramatically. How are you doing? Hello. Alright, little scritches. Little scritches for my second tiniest friend. Yep, stretch. Ooh. Seven? When did Lurrus get so fat? This game is the very, very dumbest game. I'm brave, man. I'm going in with all these. Down to 69. Come here, baby. Come on. Hey, don't chew on that. Don't chew on that. Come here. Come on. Come on. Yeah, no, you can trust me. It's Dad. Do not stretch with your butt right there. That's so gross. That is not... I actually wonder if that's a TOS violation. Alright. Oh yeah, people cashing in for the nice. This is the very greatest game. This right here is actually what I love about Magic. This is awesome. Oh, you can have fucking 2 of those things? Alright. Alright. Villain heals to 92. Where do my counters go? I wonder counters go off to. I miss my counter so. I'm calling but I can't get through. Surprise! All right. All right. This is a high-level pro gamer little tip. So I have 2 more Zenith Flares. I have a little bit of sanity. Oh, Jesus. Really, we need all 4 Pyromancers. That's all 4 Pyromancers. We need to start smiting things. And then we can just blow up all their creatures. We can swing in for 100 billion. I miss my baby so. I'm calling, but I can't get through. Boom, da, da, da. Ah, my settings. Yeah, I mean, additional Maul of Skyclaves. That's a problem for us. About to get first struck. I think I just hang. Okay. Counting is incredible! Alright. I'm winning this game, man. I don't care what any of you say. I don't care what any of you say. What a good cat. That's so I got 1 more Zenith Flare in there, which is kind of like the big damage dealer. And, let's see. My opponent's healing for, like, 29 a turn or something ridiculous. Let's see here. This is 13, and 9 is 22. And then that's going to be 22, 24, 26, and so on and so forth. A lot of damage. I think we just need more Pyromancers. Alright. You. And you. Get the guy that heals out of there. Okay, do not sit on the space bar. Okay. I'm not losing this game. I refuse to lose. Is there any way to get rid of the Heliod? Not anymore. So this is going to become a 12. I have 49 health. Fucking cool. This is now a Despy to Cat stream. thank goodness this deck only runs good cards. We can't lose. We can't lose this game. You know what I mean, Desper? Hi. Oh, dude. I think we might be on the road to getting there. Are we going to get there? I don't know. I suspect it might be incredibly difficult. We can deal with that. Alright, so I mean, I just shoot it, and then that wins. Oh, this is quite hilarious. Okay. So my villain's going to now heal. Quite a great deal. Dan loses has got to be the most insane match ever. This is a good one. If my last Pyromancer is near the top of this list, or near the top of the library, I think we can do it. We don't really play any more lands, so we can get additional activations. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Magic can be such a ridiculous game. Ah, this is... I think that we actually might deck. It's obviously a bad thing for us to be up against. I think I'm going for this. I think I need to generate enough a turn. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is good shit. Dude, I'm telling you. Say Pyromancer trigger on blockers to prevent lifelink, that's the flank. I don't understand what you mean. I don't understand what you mean, Andre. Oh, I think I see what you mean. I can use Irencrag on block to shoot my own thing. The error in this evaluation at first glance is that this we have to draw 2 cards. We have to draw 2 cards to activate it. It's a cute consideration for a way to stop the lifelink. So, for instance, if I blocked and then used a Pyromancer to shoot my own thing to prevent the lifelink, the problem is that I would need to draw 2 cards, and I have not been able to draw 2 for a while. And it's really been annoying the hell out of me. Titana says, tried MTG Legends today. Was unimpressed to say the least. What are your thoughts on it? I'm hoping they salvage it. Yeah, I think I really, really disliked it. If we win this, I'll be amazed. I mean, we're dealing 12 plus 14. We're dealing, like, more damage per turn than they are. We're also drawing a shitload of cards, which is a problem. Are you a good cat? She's actually the greatest cat ever. I think we can win this. We have a big play coming up, because we're going to be able to deal like 24. We're going to be able to make just a shitload of stuff. No way, lifelink, I never would have thought. So we cycle one card first. We do this. Doink. Cards left. Oh, let's see. I think we might barely not get there. No, this is the play. Okay. Okay, we need to set ourselves up to draw 2, and now we can do the kill our own guy play to prevent villain from lifelinking. That sucks, but it's okay. If you do it in response, it still exiles it. You just don't get the 3/3 afterwards. This. There it is. Now, because we killed our own thing, the villain doesn't get the lifelink. Getting closer, getting closer. Getting closer, getting closer. Okay. Okay. I think we actually get there. One more Zenith Flares. We are out of Zenith Flareos. I think we win. I think we win. By the skin of our chinny chin chin. Get in there, everyone. Because villain... Yeah, I think we just kill villain next turn. Oh, we're so good at Magic the Gathering, man. We're so good at Magic the Gathering. Because what happens now is... Control. Perfect. Now, there's no way for Mikiko... That's a way for Mikiko to do it. Then it gets protection from blue, which means that it heals for 22. But then what we do is we just delay for a turn, so that way we don't overdraw cards, right? Well, I don't know. Let's count. Let's wait till end of turn and see what happens. So villain now is at 54 health. So if I shoot with 3 Pyromancers, 54 minus 9 is 45. We then have 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Thirty-six, 37, plus another 9. Nice. Just get there. Nice. Superb. because we get an additional 9 damage from these 3 on this turn, we're going to have to spend a little bit on the nukes. Right? Same difference, it'll block a 3 damage one. So let's go ahead and do it. Actually, this is a sorcery, okay. Okay, 30, 36. Great. Oof. Oof. We're fucking good at this game. That was fantastic. Alright. Did you see me count correctly for once in my life? Did you see me count correctly for once in my life? The deck is good. Yes. Yes, I'm never playing Magic again. Oh my god. All right. Oh, I just need a bask in that. That was really nice. Time to uninstall the game. Back to Magic Legends. Just kidding. Oh, that was so good. Woo! 2-hour best of one. How long was that game? That was like an hour-long best of one. That took forever. That was incredible. Our deck can't lose. Doesn't matter. I'm leaving. I will go tomorrow. We're going to do Age of Empires 2 laddering. It's going to be very nice. Y'all so fancy and pretty and sexy. Oh. So I'm going to see you tomorrow. I made that kissy sound and my cat comes over.